Tonight, beneath the sand, tiny sea turtles are waking into a world full of danger.
They have never seen the ocean, but survival is already calling them forward.
For a baby sea turtle, birth is not safety. It is the beginning of a race.
No mother waits nearby. No protection stands between them and the predators above.
Their only guide is instinct, pulling them toward the silver light of the sea. But this dangerous journey began weeks earlier, with one mother returning from the sea. After years in the open ocean, she returns to the beach where life began. Guided by memory and instinct, she crosses the sand to create the next generation.
Sea turtles are ancient reptiles, survivors from a world older than human history.
Some travel thousands of miles, yet still find the beach where they were born.
This quiet beach becomes a nursery, hidden between moonlight, waves, and sand. She must choose carefully, far enough from waves, but close enough for life. With her rear flippers, she begins digging a deep chamber beneath the sand. Every movement is slow, heavy, and precise, shaped by millions of years. Then, one by one, soft white eggs fall gently into the hidden chamber. A single mother may lay more than 100 fragile chances at life. Each egg holds a future, but nature gives no promise of survival.
When finished, she covers the nest, hiding it from hungry eyes above. She scatters sand around the area, erasing clues before returning to the sea.
Then she leaves, never meeting the babies she has just given life.
Beneath the warm sand, life quietly grows in darkness for many weeks. The temperature of the sand shapes their growth, and even their future. Above them, days burn hot, while nights turn cool, silent, and still. Inside the buried eggs, tiny bodies form, waiting for the right moment. There is no signal from their mother, only nature's silent countdown. Then, suddenly, the first shell cracks and a tiny head pushes through. Using a tiny egg tooth, the hatchling cuts its way into life. Soon, the entire nest begins to move, as dozens wake together. They climb over one another, turning weakness into a shared escape. Their first strength is not speed, but the power of moving together. Grain by grain, they push closer to the surface and the unknown. Above them, the beach begins to tremble like something alive underneath. A tiny head breaks through the sand, and the race finally begins. Within moments, the quiet beach erupts with tiny, moving shells. They turn toward the brightest horizon, where moonlight dances across the sea. No one teaches them the way. Instinct becomes their first compass. The ocean is close, but for them, this beach is a battlefield. From above, Hungry seabirds notice the sudden movement across the sand.
Each hatchling is tiny, exposed, and almost helpless on the open beach.
A bird dives from the darkness, and nature's test begins without mercy. The fastest keep moving, while the slowest may never reach the waves.
Every tiny push of their flippers could mean life or death.
They are fragile, but something ancient inside them refuses to stop. The sand slows them down, but the ocean keeps pulling them forward.
At last, the first survivors reach the edge of the moving sea.
But the sea is not safety. It is only the next challenge. The first wave may carry them forward or throw them back again. Now they must swim non-stop, away from shore and into deeper water. Fish, birds, and powerful waves still wait for them beyond the beach.
A few keep going, disappearing into the darker blue of the ocean.
If they survive this night, their long ocean journey has only begun. Only a small number will survive long enough to become adults. For years, they drift with currents, hiding among floating seaweed and shadows. They grow slowly, learning to avoid danger in a world without shelter.
Decades later, a survivor may return to the same beach again.
And when she returns, the ancient cycle begins all over again.
In nature, life does not begin with comfort. It begins with struggle.
For these hatchlings, the first breath is also the first fight. Every mark in the sand tells a story of courage and survival.
From one hidden nest, the ocean's ancient story begins again.